Here we are at Hemptations, Sharonville, Ohio. 20-year celebration. Go check them out, Hemptations.com. Pretty good turnout for the festivities and whatever. Go interview Beach of Hemptations. Go check them out, Hemptations.com. Here we are with Beach from Hemptations. 20 years in the business. I guess first things first, how's the weekend going? By the way, we're in Hemptations in Sharonville, Ohio. How's the celebration going?
It's going well. Again, we started the sale on Tuesday, and I think we've had a pretty good response on that. And so, people are responding pretty well to the 20 years, I suppose.
So your first location was in O'Brienville, right?
Actually, we opened up originally in Mount Lookout, and
Okay.
we were only in Mount Lookout for about 9 months, and then we moved up to the current address in the current location in O'Brienville, and have been there 19 and a quarter years.
So 1995, what were things like back then as far as people were hospitable, were they excited? I guess it was a pretty unique thing 20 years ago.
I think so. It helped that, originally we did open up in the back of a tie-dye shop, so I think that helped a little. But I think that, when we moved to O'Brienville, it was more of an upscale, nicer neighborhood. I think the neighborhood wasn't really sure about us. But our customers followed us, and, after 20 years, I think that, finally the neighborhood realizes that we just sell hemp stuff and we're not a danger to the world and whatnot. In fact, I'm on the board, the O'Brienville Board of Association, Board of Trustees. So
Well, there you go.
I think that they finally realize that hemp is okay.
So 20 years ago, could you imagine all of this? I mean, not only for you, but for the cannabis movement as a whole, all the momentum we've seen?
No, probably not, honestly, because when we opened up, nothing was legal yet. California was still a year away from Proposition 215, and West Virginia was a year or two away from their industrial hemp bill that they actually passed, which made it legal to grow industrial hemp in West Virginia. But of course, the federal laws didn't change, and so that never happened until recently. When the federal laws have changed. And so, honestly, I had no foreseeable prediction, honestly, as to when industrial hemp, which was our goal. My goal has always been to put industrial hemp back into the hands of the American farmer.
Yeah.
And, again, we finally seen that. And I would have never picked a date. I wouldn't have picked 20 years. I wouldn't have picked 50 years. I would have said I have no idea at the time. And it's only been within the last 3-4 years, honestly, where I'm hopeful and now know that there's no going back, and our farmers are growing industrial hemp, and all the cannabis laws are changing. And so I honestly had no predictions on that one at the time.
What about for you personally? Could you see, 3 locations in the Cincinnati area and all that?
Honestly, I probably saw myself with more when we opened up. I even to this day, I picture Hemptations in every major city in the country, minor city in the country, and college town in the country. I really think there's a place for a hemp store, a Hemptations especially, because of all the different products that we sell anywhere, everywhere. And so I probably envision, being in every mall in the country when we opened up right out of the gate. I had no idea if we were going to fail or succeed, but we probably opened up thinking that we were going to take over the world with Hemptations. I believe that, yes.
Well, it's great being here, Beach. Congratulations on those 20 years. Here's to 20 more.
Thank you very much.
The 440 years
That's 440.
celebration.
Or the second 420 years celebration.
There you go.
Maybe the second annual, that's what it'll be. The second annual 420 years celebration. Coming soon, or 20 years from now.
Congratulations, Beach. Hemptations.com. Hemptations in Cincinnati. 20 years. It's awesome.
Having Hemptations.